Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a shocking and intense story to talk about coming straight from the front lines of the war in Ukraine. A Ukrainian drone strike just blew up a Russian tank convoy in a fiery ambush. But what happened next has everyone talking. This is not just another war update. This is a moment that could change how both sides fight moving forward. The incident began when Ukrainian reconnaissance detected the movement of a Russian armored column deep inside a contested zone. The convoy reportedly consisted of several tanks, armored personnel carriers, and supply trucks moving together. Ukrainian operators quickly prepared an ambush using a mix of FPV kamikaze drones and artillery fire support. This kind of combined tactic has been one of Ukraine's most effective tools throughout the conflict. As the convoy moved through a narrow stretch of road, the first drone was launched. Footage released later shows the drone's camera locked onto the lead tank. Within seconds, the drone slammed into the vehicle's turret, causing a massive explosion that set off secondary ammunition blasts. The sudden strike immediately threw the entire convoy into disarray. The next drones struck one by one, taking out vehicles in sequence. The convoy was caught completely off guard, and Russian soldiers were seen abandoning their vehicles and trying to take cover. What made this attack so devastating was not just the precision of the strikes, but the speed at which they were executed. Ukraine's drone operators have become highly skilled at coordinating multiple strikes at once, turning a single ambush into a cascading chain reaction. What happened after the strike is just as important as the attack itself. According to reports, Russian forces quickly called for air support and artillery cover to suppress the drone operators. However, Ukrainian forces anticipated this and were already repositioning. This cat and mouse game has become a signature part of modern warfare on this front. The destruction of the convoy had immediate tactical consequences. Russian supply lines in the area were disrupted, leaving some forward positions low on fuel and ammunition. This is exactly what Ukraine has been trying to achieve with these kinds of precision strikes, not just destroying hardware, but also creating logistical nightmares for their opponents. Analysts say that this ambush highlights the growing importance of drones on the battlefield. Unlike traditional artillery strikes, which can take time to coordinate, drones can be deployed almost instantly and can hit moving targets with extreme precision. This means that even heavily armored vehicles are no longer safe just because they are on the move. The psychological impact cannot be underestimated either. Russian troops reportedly panicked after the first few explosions, leading to a chaotic retreat. Ukrainian forces then used additional drones to target the abandoned vehicles, making sure they were completely destroyed. This is a clear sign that Ukraine is trying to not just neutralize threats, but also deny Russia the ability to recover and repair its equipment. International observers have pointed out that the footage of this ambush has already gone viral on social media. This is another layer of modern warfare, the information war. Each side uses these clips to boost morale at home and to demoralize the opponent. For Ukraine, sharing these victories is a way to maintain international support and prove that they can keep resisting. What makes this event even more significant is that it comes at a time when both sides are trying to conserve resources. Russian tank production has been under pressure due to sanctions and battlefield losses. Every destroyed tank represents not just a tactical defeat, but also a blow to Russia's long-term war effort. After the ambush, Ukrainian military spokespeople confirmed the success of the operation, but did not disclose exact locations or the number of vehicles destroyed. Independent verification suggests that at least 6 tanks and several support vehicles were taken out. Some reports claim the number could be higher, but in the fog of war, exact figures are always hard to confirm. What happened next shocked many observers. Instead of immediately retreating, Russian forces reportedly attempted a counterattack with remaining armored units later that same day. This counterattack was again met with heavy drone activity, resulting in even more losses. It appears that Ukraine had set up multiple ambush points, anticipating that Russia might try to reinforce the area. This layered defense is a sign of how Ukraine is evolving its battlefield strategy. Rather than relying solely on static defensive lines, they are using mobility, intelligence, and precision technology to wear down their opponent. This keeps Russian forces off balance and makes it very hard for them to predict what will happen next. Military experts say this event will likely lead to changes in how Russian convoys operate. We may see them dispersing their vehicles more widely, using more electronic warfare equipment, or increasing air cover. However, every adjustment costs time and resources, and Ukraine is using that time to prepare new tactics. The success of this ambush will likely be studied by militaries around the world. The use of cheap, easily produced drones to take out expensive tanks demonstrates a major shift in warfare. It is becoming clear that quantity and innovation can sometimes outweigh raw firepower. For Ukrainian troops on the ground, this victory is a much-needed morale boost. The war has been grinding and costly, but moments like these remind them that they can still deliver painful blows to their adversary. Videos from the scene show soldiers cheering after the operation, a rare moment of celebration in an otherwise grim conflict. The reaction online has been intense as well. Supporters of Ukraine have praised the skill and bravery of the drone operators, while Russian channels have expressed frustration and anger at the losses. Some have even criticized Russian commanders for allowing their forces to move in such a vulnerable formation. The political ramifications are still unfolding. Ukraine's allies are likely to use this incident as further justification for providing more drones, precision weapons, and real-time intelligence support. Every successful operation strengthens the case for more aid. Meanwhile, Russia may double down on its efforts to jam drones and target launch sites with long-range strikes. This could escalate fighting in some areas as both sides try to outmaneuver each other in this technological arms race. What this incident proves is that the war is far from static. Each side is constantly adapting, learning, and finding new ways to strike. This makes the situation highly unpredictable, which is why analysts warn that we should expect more sudden escalations like this in the future. For civilians watching from afar, this kind of footage is both terrifying and fascinating. It shows the brutal reality of modern warfare, where a single operator sitting miles away can destroy a tank worth millions of dollars with the push of a button. The story of this ambush will likely be told for weeks to come. It may even become one of the defining moments of this phase of the war. Whether it leads to more victories for Ukraine or sparks a stronger Russian response remains to be seen. What we do know is that Ukraine's drone strategy has once again proven its effectiveness. And as long as they keep innovating, Russia will have to spend more resources just to keep up. This war is becoming a test of endurance, technology, and willpower, and events like this show that Ukraine is not backing down anytime soon.